Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mansillon. I come back to continue to discuss those wisdom principles, this ascension, this inner transformation, presenting certain ideas. I hope they resonate with you. You'll be able to integrate them and utilize them for all that we live and think is all about the world of ideas, as Plato used to think. For we're not really home. We're preparing to go home. For home is this planet is not our real home. It is a holographic matrix where we come as souls to experience, to learn, to grow, to live life in the physical, to experience in a game that is outside of the divine love of our eternal reality. And so we need to return to the inner planes, prepare this return, purify ourselves to return to ourselves. For we cannot know who truly are until we have created this return. My intuition tells me the judgment is near. The judgment means the apocalypse, the revelation, and that will free the world. So we have to get ready. There is this great awakening. Awakening means letting go of fear and anxiety, and for this is and remembering our unity, eternal unity with love, with all that is, and all that is love in reality, except the illusion that believes it's outside of love. And so for we are what the life we're living here is not the true life of God. It is something else. It is an illusion outside of that, and so we need to return to that. There's going to be some extraterrestrial groups that have announced they will be coming back. They've been here before. It's the Egyptian gods. They are from the 16th dimensions. They are very advanced groups of spirits. They honor and worship the animal and nature, and they live thousands and thousands of years in their physical body. And so that's why they were teaching in Egypt the science of immortality. For immortality will come at first in our consciousness to connect with immortal planes, but then eventually we're going to be able to immortalize our physical body so we can stay young for as long as we need, hundreds, thousands of years. If we are like in Atlantis, people did not grow old and died. This is just something that was brought afterwards because of genetic manipulation. But so we'll eventually learn to utilize this science, this knowledge, to maintain eternal use within the physical body. There is a master that's also here to teach that. Is Master Saint Germain and Lady Portia. They are the keeper of the violet flame and fire. And Saint Germain is a good friend of mine, but also of all humanity. And as all ascended masters are friends of all humanity and all life. And he's really the hierarch of the New Age. During his last life as Saint Germain, I don't know if it was his last life, but his life as Saint Germain, he managed to stay for hundreds of years in a state of use, in infinite abundance. He could create diamonds out of thin air, and he could turn any metal into gold. So he was unlimited. He had this unlimited abundance and eternal use. And it is really the model that humanity will eventually adopt. This whole program of fear has been controlled by an artificial intelligence that's been linked to a very small group of beings that are completely insane. They're completely power hungry, and they are really, so this machine is completely insane. It's all power hungry, and it's all about it's like in the movie Matrix. It's like it's all being controlled by this machine, but yet the solar rays and the sun rays are being and this awakening to light and love is really creating a systematic disruption in the program. And so very soon all this will be completely disengaged, and for the humanity is awakening. You have to trust humanity in the awakening of humanity. They will soon, the main purpose is to regain the fight, because this machine controls all the system, the monetary and financial and economic systems of the world, which keep humanity in enslavement. So humanity has to regain control of the economy and the monetary system, the financial system, in order to free the world so that everybody can live a good life on this planet. There is plenty enough for everybody to live a good life. For in the universe is when we call cosmos in Greek, means divine order. For what Plato says is that there is this eternal reality of the eternal cosmos that is infinitely perfect, and we're just descending imperfect fragment so that we can learn. For when we came here, we forgot who we truly are. We are not our true self. We do not know our true self, and this is the point of this whole process, is to learn that. For the universe is infinite perfection and eternal harmony, the world cosmos. But then there is chaos as well. For the chaos is the path of transition of the lower world. For there is those two planets in astrology. One is called Anomia, which means divine order, and the other one is dysnomia, divine disorder. Nomia is an asteroid in the astral belt, and she's a very powerful goddess as well. And dysnomia is the moon of Eris, the goddess of chaos, that's very, very far away behind Pluto. And so right now we're going through this dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is a time where we're really seeing all kinds of baggage, karmic baggage. It's like Dante in the Divine Comedy has to go through the circle of hell before he can see the light in purgatory, traverse purgatory, and eventually find his beloved Beatrice in paradise. And so it is like muddy water, dark water we're going through. We have all to deal with all kinds of shadows, and we're like, and it's last and last and last. And eventually we come out of this dark night of the soul, and we feel a little bit groggy, as if we're like stoned or something, because we're not, it's like, whoa, we just released all that. And then it's followed usually by what we call the white night of the soul. And the white night of the soul is like this time when we realize we have disengaged from our own divinity. We are realizing all those amazing power, but we do not know how to integrate them just yet. And so we feel very alone and disconnected from the world. Those are just transitions. They are good signs, no matter if you go through the dark night of the soul or the light night of the soul. It is a sign you are processing all this in order to find yourself at the end. And ask the Divine Mother to feel safe. Release your fear to the Divine Mother, call on her, Sophia. For all the fear as technologically induced, for humanity is not quite responsible for all this fear because it's been manipulated by dark extraterrestrials for a very long time, and so it is like a programmation control. But if you radiate love, you are able to, if you can keep your focus for 21 days, you can radiate love. You can break free. You can break free, and you don't give in to fear. You break free of the matrix. Because the dark souls, all the dark souls that are manipulating and controlling the world, always thought they've been told that they will win at the end, and they won't. And all the light souls were not sure they were going to win because of the power of the dark souls that's still controlling all the physical matrix. But they will win at the end. Humanity will win at the end because that is the will of God. And so it's been prophesied like that by many great spirits. Many before we even fall into darkness, it was already prophesied by Archangel Michael and Lord Soraya and many others. And the divine prophecies of the higher beings and God will be fulfilled rather than the destruction that the dark has been trying to force on humanity. And so I took some notes. So what we want is to, and we also there is also this understanding that the souls were originally perfectly one. We were one and perfect. There is this small book that I recommend. It's called The Banquet of Plato. In this Banquet of Plato, it's a small book. There is philosophers that are getting together to discuss the nature of love. At the end, Socrates explained that Socrates explained this great story of the birth of love, of Eros, is born from Pene, the goddess of lack, and Protos, the god of abundance. So he's like this vagabond. He has this nobility of heart of his father, but he doesn't have any stability because his mother is always living in lack. And so, but in the beginning, I think it was Sophocles, the philosophers that were present there at the banquet, explained that the souls were originally one, neither masculine or feminine. It's windy, I'm sorry. And so, but the gods were so afraid of this power this great power of the souls that they separated, they split humanity in two, and so we've all been looking for our other half. Yet this other half has always been on the higher plane. It's the Ba and the Ka of the Egyptian, and you can always call on your twin, because no matter where it is, you are one with it. And the same thing with your twin, your angelic twin, your guardian angels, is another twin soul frequency. And so no matter where, when or how, it's always this unity consciousness with this etheric twin. It can always be invoked. And eventually we're going to meet our soulmate and soul twins on the physical planes. And so for we came, like I said, we came into this reality to play a game outside of love. And but at the time, eventually as mortals we die, And when every soul, when they die, they know the whole truth. They realize all the evil, all the darkness they did, all the good they did, everything, and they become aware of everything. And so the soul usually always chooses to reincarnate because it realizes it wants to fix something, it wants to learn something that it did not learn. It wants to so it's like every soul. Nobody is forced to reincarnate. It's just the soul needs to balance out all this energy. So it may not feel like that, but we're here voluntarily. And right now the time is being compressed. It means there's a lot of lessons, a lot of challenging experiences, because we want to reduce the number of incarnations to balance out all our frequencies, so we can move on to the higher ascended planes in the future incarnations. And so but if we are to reincarnate, we always pick up the program where we left off. We never regress in consciousness. Whatever is learned in the past life, we don't have to relearn it. It is integrated. And so this is basically the message I wanted to speak about today. I'm going to pull a few cards of the Angel Tarot. It is a very light tarot. The angels are beings of light. They're always focused on the light, and so call on the angels as much as possible to give them your fear, your doubts. Ask them to comfort you, to guide you, to love, to show you the ways to a graceful living. I'm going to pull 10 cards. For the situation is equilibrium. It is balance. It is equilibrium. It is bringing this balance into energy, the energy of balance. And the 46 in the I Ching is the little seeds that wants to become a tree. So it's about growing and emerging, but keeping the balance and not to fall into chaos, but to always remember the cosmos, the divine order. Call on those forces. Then around the situation is complementarity. There is all kinds of forces that are complementing us, and eventually we're gonna be able to find complement in the world. We are all complementing. We are all one with the one, and so we are one with all that is. And through love, it is much easier than through separation and conflict. What we see before us in our conscious mind is reparation. There is so many things that needs to be repaired in order to find this life that is peaceful and joyful. But we can already create that, to know that it's already done in the future, and to prepare to know that everything that still needs, all the wounds or all the dysfunction within our life will come into alignment. What we have in our subconscious is the learning process, is apprentissage. We've been groomed to become ascended masters, but it's been an intense training program. Where we are now is clairvoyance. It is about this awakening. It's about being clairvoyant, to retrieve this power. And even if you see those powers, you may not be able to fully embrace them just yet. If you see it, if you know it, if you feel it, you know it is coming. So continue to follow your inner guidance. What is coming in the near future is the revelation. Revelation, apocalypse means revelation. And so whatever's revealed in your dreams, in your meditation, in your intuition, in your inner guidance is what's most essential and important. And so and then you can reveal it to the world as well. For the God will reveal itself in due time, and the extraterrestrial will come, and all will be the world will soon be free. For now, what we are in this situation, we are the judgment. We are drawing the line. We are. It is not about judging others, but we want this divine order and justice to let go of the manipulation, and so we do not want to fall prey to the government. There is no longer need to follow the government or the corporation or all those people that have no interest in serving the highest good of all. Their only selfish interest to maintain their power. For there are some that are lighter than others. There are some that are, everybody's awakening, even the heads of state, the heads of corporations, and it's, even if they're trying to, they're not all cooperate in cooperation with the higher plans, but they're awakening. They have no choice, and everybody will be awakening. What's coming us from the outside world is liberation. So we say we are grateful and thankful for this liberation that is coming. And what we have in our inner emotion, our hopes and fear, is success. Is this success? It's like a stepping stone. We're gonna come out of this situation. It will be a victory. Victory is not something. It's just a step that will lead us to more. And the outcome will be purification. We're purifying our mind. We're keeping good thoughts only, good emotion, so that we can fuel them with love. And we're purifying our physical body, our etheric body. There's a little beetle that keeps coming here, and there's all kinds of insects here. I don't want to hurt them. And so it is. So we're moving through this purification. I'm going to finish with just a little song. Then I'm going to pull 4 cards with the Akash. It's a song of the Rolling Stones. It goes like this. She would never say where she came from. Yesterday don't matter if it's gone. While the sun is bright, or in the darkest night, no one knows. She comes and goes. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you? When you change with every new day, still I'm gonna miss you. Don't question why she needs to be so free. She'll tell you it's the only way to be. She just can't be chained to a life where nothing's gained or nothing's lost at such a cost. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you? When you change with every new day, still I'm gonna miss you. There's no time to lose, I heard her say. Catch your dreams before they slip away. Dying all the time. Lose your dream and you will lose your mind and life and kind. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you? When you change with every new day, still I'm gonna miss you. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who could hang a name on you? When you change with every new day, still I'm gonna miss you. Pour 4 more cards of the Akash. There's all kinds of insects here, but I had this beautiful tree. They're really important to life. The insects are very important. And there's little scarabs. It came to my paper earlier. He really likes me. He might even come back. So the highest wisdom for us today is the arts. It's practicing the arts as much as possible. Spirit is asking me to paint, but it's like at the impossible. Nobody can. Right now, it's no way for me to paint. So I'm really looking forward to retrieve my art and my paintings. Right now, they're all held in limbo, but I trust that I will be able to save them. What we need to understand is wisdom. Wisdom is what we need to understand in essence. It is being under our master guides as much as possible, our angels, to seek that wisdom. It's getting really windy around here. Finish this reading. What we need to do is love life. Wow, romantic life. Life, to be open to love, to be receptive to love, and the outcome will be phobies. It's to liberate our fear. For fear is the greatest illusion. It is really what we need to let go of, and that's we let go of fear. Sorry, it's like tumultuous today. We have to put an end to the wars and battles within ourselves. And then we're gonna find the finance is gonna flow, and everything will be forgiven, and everything we have to forgive ourselves for all the delays, everything, all our doubts, all our fear, and we'll be moving into a new flow that will open to a new creative outcome. Thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.